thank you for coming. Rick Green, Chairman of the Concom.
Brian Marshall, member.
Tom Larson, member.
Rich Clapian, member.
Tony Capola, member.
Just a reminder, this meeting is being videotaped. We'll start with the agenda. Approval of the minutes. Has anyone had a chance to look at them? Does anyone have any comments?
Thank you so much.
I make a motion
I'll second it.
All in favor of accepting the minutes?
as written.
Thank you. New business, site inspection, the Vertex Tower going in. That site inspection was done last month and we didn't find any cause for concern. It's the highest point around there. Order conditions for Dyvek is just administrative.
Yep, just administrative, you just
Sign
need
it.
to sign it for me. Holy mackerel. A lot of pages. And the only people that have signed it are you, Tom, and Rich.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next item is, Mr. Josh Therian, 4 Mayo Road, talking about determination of applicability, which is, he's filed, an RDA, but it has not been, advertised, so.
The advertisement is going to be in Thursday's paper for his public hearing on the next meeting on March 5th. I just asked all the board members to be present for. As Josh knows, tonight is completely informal to bring his RDA to the board and just discuss it a little bit. But his formal hearing will be on March 5th. Public hearing, the notice went out, the abutters notices will go out tomorrow in the mail. And that's about that.
Okay, thank you. Fortunately, it's another delay for you, but,
Yeah, no, I understood that was gonna be the case.
okay.
Your name and your address for the record.
This is Josh Therian, 4 Mayo Road, Hubbardston. I knew that that was the case. I just wanted to kind of start the discussion. Because the paperwork's gonna pretty much remain the same by then. I mean, between now and then, you guys can, talk amongst yourselves about the situation that I've got over there and see if it's a situation where you guys are able to make the appropriate decision instead of having to go through the state, which is not what I'm hoping to do here. from my understanding, you know, Mark Popham's the guy who's been working with me on my property for 3 years now. I believe you may have came to my property, I don't remember.
I went and looked at it and I wanted you to get someone in to look at it because I felt there was definitely gonna be a problem with water in there.
Yeah, so the whole building process went fine. We got that all set, that's fine. So I've had some of you guys here and there on the property. And obviously over the last 3 years, I've had tons of inspectors. I had built a pool literally right after, had more inspectors, and had nothing but inspectors on my site since I started building there. Having said that, you know, when I submitted a plan to Duffy, it's my understanding that he would have understood where everything was gonna be. And because he didn't have it specifically on what I had given him, which is basically the same exact plan I've given for the house, but I just notated the distance from the corner of my house to where I'd want it's a barn really, like a shed barn. I just notated how far it was from that corner. You know, from there, I just thought I was doing the right thing. So, at the end of the day, I got a building permit to start, and I started my job to build this barn. And it's about probably 50 to 60 feet away from the brook, which is why it was stopped. So, I had Mark create a plan for erosion control.
Which is attached, that would be the second piece of paper with it. The
Yeah.
mitigation plan is right behind it.
I have big copies too, if you wanna see it. I have a bunch of big copies, Patricia.
Okay.
Last couple of. So I applied for the permit. When I got issued it, I thought I did everything right. I thought everyone was aware of my property and the way it is. So I got a permit to build, so I thought I was good to go. We started excavating and I had Duffy inspect. You saw how close we were to that brook. Now, I've proposed a bunch of things, even going 100 feet out of the buffer zone. I was told I still need to report something to just fill it back in with the same earth. And then at that point, I was like, well, I might as well try this and see if you guys can have a discussion amongst yourself to see if we can avoid going to the state. And because from my understanding, you guys have the understanding or the ability and power to like read the RDA and approve the same thing that the state's gonna approve, which is this plan that you guys have in front of you that Mark's proposed for erosion control to protect those waters.
You say that you know the state's gonna approve, how do you know the state's
No,
gonna approve it?
I didn't say I know the state's gonna approve. I'm saying that, from my understanding, you guys can see the same thing that the state's gonna see and know if it's good or not. That's kinda what I'm trying to get at. It's just the shed. It's a barn, I guess you could call it. It's gonna be for storage.
How big is it?
It's got a 24 by 24 foundation. It's gonna be a slab with some footings because of its size.
And it's got a second floor, correct?
2-story. There'll be no plumbing to it. It's really just storage. I have a ton of stuff in my garage and I need to get it out of there.
Okay, no water outlets,
No.
no washing machine's gonna be run
No.
out there, no water to it, no drainage from it.
Nope. No gutters. So Mark's gonna be here on the March 5th meeting. He's gonna be here with me, cause this was just informal. You know, and maybe at that point we could discuss further, and he can answer further questions and discussion about it. But I think the plan, you know, if it's good in your eyes, I don't see why it wouldn't be good. It's kinda, I guess, my only point.
So my question is, you mentioned that you started. When you say started, how much have you done?
We dug the footing.
Okay.
We haven't poured anything, we haven't done anything else. where we dug, there was no wetland where we dug. It's about 50 to 60 feet out from the brook, and I don't know what you call it.
An embankment is
Yeah,
like
to
the
the far
correct
right.
term.
Because Mark came and flagged it out to see how close we actually were to it. I got it previously surveyed to make sure I was far enough from my neighbor's lot too, which is 40 feet. So I know I was way past that, about 20 to 30 feet.
So who said stop building?
The
We-
building inspector.
We
The
did.
building inspector. We did.
Building inspector and conservation commission.
They asked for you guys to come out, so Rich came out, and we talked about erosion control and what it could look like with an NOI if we have to do that, but this is what Mark came up with after that discussion.
Oh, I wasn't here last meeting, so why did we want to stop it?
Well, we went out, Brian and I went out because Duffy said, we got a potential problem here, go check it out. So we went out and looked at it. And the stream's right over there, so we said, it's very close. And there's a vegetated wetland upstream a little ways.
Yeah.
So you need to stop and get some erosion control on here. Like,
Okay.
Sooner than later.
So it was just stopped for erosion control?
Right, well, we stopped because, right,
Okay.
it was stopped because it looks like, you know, there's a wetlands violation, basically. So, we need to, you know, at the end of the site visit, we indicated that an NOI would be required because of the closeness to the river, to the stream.
Okay.
You know,
So-
to the intermittent stream and the wetlands. That,
So all of that's been put in motion.
Have the erosion controls been put in?
We've done nothing yet, because we need to know what we could do. You know, I mean, can I build here? And that's all I wanna do, just put up a,
you know, on
accessory
a
building.
practical matter, you know, he went around and didn't cut any big trees down, he had an open spot apparently, and went in there, and so there wasn't a lot of disturbance to banking. But on, you know, a legal matter, fits into the classic case of, you know, within a buffer zone, he's building on the buffer zone, you need to have a notice of intent.
Yeah.
That's what even Mark Popham said in the RDA, that it's within 100 feet. Unfortunately, it puts us in a bad position. And not a bad position, you know, we gotta like kinda do what we're supposed to be doing and not bend too much. It doesn't get the
From-
erosion control up any faster, but
no, I mean, I'm not gonna lift a finger until I know what I can do.
So, I think,
You know.
on your side, there is a concern that, I think my recommendation would be to put the erosion control in now. Best case scenario, we come back next month, we all agree, you can go ahead. Whether that happens or doesn't happen, if you get any silt leaving the site now and going into that intermittent stream, then you're gonna have more problems.
Any what?
Any
Silt.
silt.
What is that?
like,
So anything that was dug out of the ground, if it rains on it and it washes into that
that's what we're concerned
intermittent
about.
stream, then there's
Yep.
gonna be another problem. So I think to avoid any headaches, if you put that erosion control in now, and then whatever we vote on next month, you're covered no matter what.
Right, it's not gonna go away, the need for erosion control, as Mark Popham outlined, that's not gonna go away. So, you know,
Okay.
I agree with Tom, that it would show
Cause the whole purpose of.
proactive.
Right, of what we do is to protect the wetlands or that stream. So if silt or sediment gets into that stream, then it's a problem. So it's our job to make sure that doesn't happen. So the best thing for everybody here is, including yourself, put the erosion control in. Then you don't have to worry about any other infractions.
I'll do
And-
that.
Okay?
I mean, I have no problem doing it, right?
Have you been issued what we want for erosion control?
The plan that Mark came up with, if you guys take a look
Yeah,
at it and
yeah,
let me
okay.
know informally if that makes good
Yeah.
sense, then yes.
Yeah, it looks like it meets the intent of it with the topography and everything to, that would work.
Anything else for Josh, anything else for the board, anything?
I mean, I'm
from the
just
board for
trying to, I
Josh?
wanna do it right, and I feel like you guys can work with me here and make the decision if you guys choose to. And I'm gonna do it the right way, like you've seen everything else I've done so far in the town, do the right way. It's costing me thousands already, it's gonna cost me thousands just to put this up, I can tell. And like, now it's costing me more time and months, and
But if you don't do this and something were to happen, like I said, with silt or this or that
I
or the other
understand.
thing,
I'm
it could
just like,
cost you
I was
more
given
than
the approval, so
$1,000.
like now I'm in this position and it blows.
I think like Tom and Rick mentioned, we're here to help you, and we're gonna try and help you.
Alright.
And I think it's good advice that you put the erosion control in now and
I got
go
it.
from there.
Okay.
Yeah, cause obviously you've done the steps, you got a building permit.
Okay. Do you wanna keep those ones for your records?
Yeah, we'll keep the large if you don't
I
mind.
got a couple more. That's
Okay.
fine.
Alright, anything, else you wanna add to the minutes, Josh?
Not for me,
Okay.
thank you.
You're gonna fix the address, right?
Well, unfortunately, it already went certified mail, so, and Mark created this on the DEP website, so something has already been submitted. I
It
wonder.
says for Hale Road,
It says
not
for
for
Hill
Mayo.
Road on your application, not for Mayo.
What page is that on?
It's on page 2 of 4.
I'll get that fixed.
Can you get it fixed? And I can see if I can send it out certified mail to
Yep.
the state and just let them know, I'll let them know ahead of time that
I'll
a
print it.
correction is being made.
I'll get it fixed, print it, sign it, and give it to you.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Yes,
Through the chair to the board and Mr. Therian, we are going to work on the e-permitting software to ensure that there is a standard operating procedure so that this does not happen again.
Good.
Like this 100% should have went from the building commissioner's office, flagged Concom, and continued on its
Right.
way. So we will work on that, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Mr. Therian has had to, go through this. Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Josh.
You guys need me anymore?
you are all set, have a good night.
Have a good day, guys. Thank you. Come on, babe. This is JoJo.
Bye, JoJo. Hi.
Next item on the new business is master plan.
Yes, so MRPC has given the master plan to the planning board, and everybody who is involved in the master plan will get a copy of the correct. So you guys have land use, you don't have to go over it tonight, I just ask that you guys do take a look at it, it's in new business on the backside. Take a look at it, any comments that you would like to make, highlight any sections that you may want more clarification on, or anything like that, and then get it back to me, and then I will get it to Christopher Monroe and the planning board and our MRPC, liaison.
Nice.
So, that is all about that, and then at the next meeting too, if you guys have anything that you really wanna go over and talk about amongst yourselves, let me know and I'll add that to the agenda as well.
Very good, thank you. Old business, public hearing, we have 2 continuations of the Burgess Road projects for, Mr. Papa as well. Can we have there's no one here to change anything, so can we have a motion to continue the hearing, both
I'll make a
hearings?
motion, we continue the hearing until the next meeting.
Second?
All in favor? Apparently this paperwork going along at a slow pace and nothing's happened. The client's in Florida.
That's at that Florida, that water clarity business? Is that-
No, this is,
Oh.
for the work required for those Templeton Brook,
Okay,
goes
Those are
nearby.
two house lots.
yeah, I know.
When
what
we
you're
looked at
talking
those
about.
sites, so there's clarification required by DEP, I believe, and some engineering work required, and answered some questions and so on. Yes, ma'am.
I did hear from, the DEP, she was going through all the NOIs and all the things in her system that had our name attached to it, and she did say that that only has one more year of being allowed to be continued on. After 2 years, it has to be taken down and, they'll have to reapply for everything. So she just wanted to give us the heads up on that they are paying attention to how long this is taking.
That's it. How long can it go on?
2 years,
Continue.
that's it. And then it needs to be reapplied for and expunged from.
2
We should
years
probably
or-
give them a little.
I will
Okay.
follow up and let
Give
them
them a
know
little
that they,
2 years or 3 Concom clerks, whichever comes first.
Yeah.
Of course, it'd be great if you stayed forever, but
we'll see.
anyway, onward. Administrative Matters, MACC Annual Meeting.
MACC Annual Conference is March 2nd at the College of Holy Cross in Worcester. I was planning on attending. Would anybody else like to go with me? Is my question. They're going over all the new WEP standards, the forms, some of the things on the forms have changed, some regulations have changed, so they're gonna go over all of that through different keynote speakers. I can send you guys a list of who's speaking. Obviously, we're not accepting any awards, so we won't need to go to the awards ceremony. Maybe next year we will, who knows? So I do plan on attending, trying to learn.
Awards? What kind of awards are there?
Service of Excellence Awards,
Oh.
so all sorts of fun things, so
Oh,
maybe we can take a peek and maybe,
Awesome.
get our own award.
Sure
So.
Tony's not up
See you
for
so
something?
excited.
Sure Tony's not up for something?
You know, that's my old stomping grounds. I grew up right in front of Holy Cross College.
So, it's $150 because we're members, so, and, yeah, so if anybody wants to.
so yeah, so I make a motion that we allow her to go and pay $150.
Oh, absolutely. Second.
All in favor? Excellent.
Give us spending money.
Give her lunch money. Can we give her lunch money? We'll take up a good donation. Mike Stoll will help. There's a Subway nearby, keep it under $10.
$150 at Holy Cross, I'd hope there'd be lunch.
Oh, yes, that's true.
And that's all.
All right,
I've got for you
anything
guys.
else that we have?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
All right, well, I guess that's good. I don't really have anything else.
Kinda snuck that in, but
It's nice to see everyone here again. It's awesome.
Go against the wall, see if it sticks.
All right, yeah, we have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
Second, all in favor?
Hey.
7:25. Whoa.